Hello everyone, welcome back to the new episode of my tutorial series on software development. In the previous episode, we have successfully created our data access layer for our billing and inventory management system, which contains methods to insert, update, and delete categories in our software. So in this episode, we will add actual functionality to add new category and update and delete existing category in our billing and inventory management system. So without further delay, let's move to our tutorial series. First of all, we'll need to open our project. So I'll go to my project folder, that is any store, and open my project solution, that is any store.solution, and this project will open on Visual Studio. So this is our categories form, and the first functionality we are going to add is adding new category in our database. So we will create a button click event for our add button. So just double click on this add button and it will create a button click event. So I'll just double click on add button. So this is our button click event, and the first step to do in this click event is to get the values from category form. So let's see what values we need to get. So the values we need to get is title and description. Category ID will be auto generated as we have created ID in database as auto generated. So we'll just get the values that are title and description, and other properties that we need to get are added date and added by. Added date will be the current date and time, and added by will be the ID of the user who is logged in. So let's get the values from form categories form first. Before that, let's create an object for categories BLL and categories DAL, as we will be using those to insert data in our database. So the first one will be object for categories BLL, categories BLL, C is equals to new categories BLL. So don't worry about the error, just hover over the error and click on show potential fixes and select using any store.bll, and the error is fixed. Now another one we need to create is method, not method, object for categories DAL, categories DAL is equals to new categories DAL. So just hover over the error and select on show potential fixes and select the option using any store.dal. So our errors are fixed and we have created two objects that are C for categories BLL and DAL for categories DAL, and we'll be using this object to get values and insert into our database. So the first one will be C.title is equals to txt title.text. So this will get the values from title text box and set into our C.title, and another one is C.description is equals to txt description text, and another one is C.added will be date time dot now. So this will get the current date and time. So the last one is getting the ID in added by field. For this we will need to get username of the logged in user first. So I'll get a string variable, string logged user is equals to frm login dot logged in. So this will give the login of username of logged in user in our logged user variable. What we did is in our form login form we have a logged in static method which holds the value of logged in user. Now we need to convert this username into user ID. For this we'll need to use user DAL and user BRL. So I'll create a object for user DAL too. So user DAL UDAL is equals to new user DAL. Then here we will create a object for user BLL. So user BLL USR is equals to UDAL dot get ID from username, and here we will pass the username, that is logged user. So this is it. So this user object contains the ID of the logged in user. Now we need to pass this ID logged in user into added by field. So we'll do this by c dot added by is equals to usr dot id. So this will get the value of the logged in user and pass it into added by field. So this is it. Now we need to create a boolean method to insert the data into database. Method to insert data into database. So bool success is equals to dal dot insert, and we'll pass c, which is the object of user categories BLL. So this is it. So this DAL is categories DAL's method. So this is the method to insert the new categories into our database. So if the categories is inserted successfully, then the value of success will be true, else the value of success will be false. So let's check out. If the category is inserted successfully, then the value of the success will be true, else it will be false. So if success is equals to true, new categories inserted successfully, else fail to insert new category. So for this, when the category is inserted successfully, we need to display the message. For this, just type message box dot show new category inserted successfully, else we need to display error message, that is message box dot show failed to insert new category. So this is it, guys. We have successfully created an event for our add method which adds the new category in our database. So let's save it, control and S to save, and let's start the program and see if our category adding new category will work or not. So I'll just press on start, and let's type the username and password that are admin, and password is also admin, and user type is admin, and I'll click on login. So login successful, and let's go to category, and now let's give the title. I'll give the title as food, and description will be all the products related to foods. You can type any description here, and I'll click on add button. So let's see if it works or not. So I have click and add button, and it displays the message that is new category inserted successfully. That means our add functionality worked properly. Now when I click on OK, we need to add a functionality to clear these all of these field. Those will be category ID, title and description, and we also need to display the data, inserted data in our data grid view. So let's add those functionality. I'll just close this form and close our application too. Stop. So I will create another method to clear all the fields when our data is inserted, updated or deleted successfully. So for that we will create public void clear. So this will the name of this method will be clear, and this will clear all the field. So txt category id dot text is equals to blank, and txt title dot text is equals to blank, and txt description dot text is equals to blank. And let's also make the search button search field also blank. Dot text is equals to blank, and this is it. This method will clear all the text box when we successfully add our category. Let's call this method when our category is inserted successfully. I'll just go to the success message, and below this I'll just call the method that is clear, and this will clear all the text boxes when category is added successfully. And another method is to display all the added categories in our data grid view. So let's create a form load event. Just click on any blank space, just double click on blank space, and this will create a form load event. Here we need to add code to display all the added categories. So here write the code to display all the categories in data grid view. For this, first of all we'll need to create a data table to store the data from database temporarily. So data table dt is equals to dal. We'll need to use categories dal, and we'll use select method. So this will get all the categories from database and stored in dt, that is data table, and we will display this in data grid view. So I'll just type the name, that dgv categories dot data source is equals to dt. So here dgv categories is the name of our data grid view, and what we did is we just selected data source of data grid view to data table. So this will display all the added categories in our data grid view. Let's control and save and start our program. And admin and user type is admin, login successful, and go to category. I think we have some error in our select method. So let's close this application and let's go to our select method. Stop. I'll go to solution explorer and go to dal and categories dal, and let's see select method. So avatar.field.dt, I forgot to pass here SQL and connection. So this was the error. Let's save it and start our program again. Admin and not user, admin and login successful. Let's go to category. Again we have error. Let's close. Problem comes, but we need to solve. What's the problem here? Before this we have error before this. So data table, SQL data table, new data table. So the error is we forgot to pass cmd here. So this was the error again. I hope the problem will be solved now. Admin, and user type is admin, login successful, okay. Category, so I have fixed the error, and now the added category is showing here. And now let's add another category, that will be drinks, and all the product related to drinks, and I'll click on add. So new category added successfully. When I press the OK button, then this should be gone, this should be blank. Let's click OK, and this is gone, but our data grid view is not refreshed. Now we need to add functionality to refresh the database too. Let's close this application and go to form categories. Just stop this application and go to form categories.cs, and after the category is added successfully and clearing the text boxes, we need to refresh the data grid view. So for that, I'll just copy this code, and here I'll paste refresh data grid view, and press Ctrl and S to save. And let's start again. Admin, and login successful, category, so 2 category added successfully. Now I'll add another, is to close all the products related to clothes, and I'll just click on add. So our text boxes are empty and the data grid will be refreshed successfully. So this is it, we have successfully added our functionality to add new categories, and our next functionality is to update categories in our software. So for that, first of all, we'll need to add an event to display the categories which we want to update by clicking on this icon. When we click on row header, the data from that respective column should display on our text boxes. So when I click on 2, the data from 2 rows, row number 2 should display here. So when I click on row number 1, the data from the row number 1 should display here. So let's add that functionality. I'll just close it. So I'll just minimize this button add click event and clear event and form categories load event. Now let's go to our form, and here this is our form. What we need to do is add a row header mouse click event for our data grid view. So just select the data grid view and go to properties, and in event click on this thunder icon and go to event. We need to find row header mouse click. Just scroll down and find row header mouse click, not double click, row header mouse click. So double click on row header mouse click. So we have successfully created our row header mouse click event. Here we need to get the value of the respected row clicked. So here first of all, we'll need to find the row index value, which means the ID of the row which is clicked. So finding the row index of the row clicked on data grid view. For this, we will create integer type row index variable, and this will be e dot row index. So this will give the value of the row clicked. And now we need to display the respective value in our text boxes. So first one is category ID. So txt category ID dot text is equals to dgv categories dot rows, then row index dot sales, and the first one is 0, so always start, so this counting always start from 0. Value dot to string, so this is it. This will display the value from our data grid view, id from data grid view to our category id. And the second one is title, so txt title dot text is equals to dgv categories dot rows row index dot sales, so next one is 1, and dot value dot to string, and another one is text, not text, txt description dot text is equals to dgv categories dot rows row index dot sales 2 dot value dot to string. So this is it. Let's press Ctrl and S and start our application and see if this works or not. Admin and login successful. Let's go to category. Let's click on row header and it should display the respective values in our text boxes. So I just pressed on 1, so it displays the value, that is 1 food, and description is all the products related. Let's click on 2 drinks 2, 3 clothes 3, product category id. And now we have successfully added a row header mouse click event. Now we need to create an update button click event. So for this, let's close this application and create a update button click event. I'll just stop the application, go to the form, and to do this we need to click on update button. So I'll just click on update button, and here we need to get the values from the form categories form. Let's be specific, and the first one will be, let's use C, categories BLL. So C dot id will be txt category id dot text, and another one is, so we need to convert it into the integer. The data that comes from text box will be in string format, so we need to convert it to integer. So int dot parse, so this is it. This will convert our string variable into integer variable. And let's go c dot title is equals to txt title dot text, and another one is c dot description is equals to txt description dot text, and another one is c dot added by is equals to added date is equals to date time dot now. So this will get current date time, we don't need parentheses. And last one is added by. For added by, I'll just copy the code from our button add click event. I'll just expand it and copy the code. So this is the code, I'll just copy it, Ctrl C to copy and paste it below added date. So we have successfully obtained the values from our categories form. Now we need to create a boolean method to update the categories successfully. So creating variable to update categories and check. So for this bool success is equals to dal, this is categories dal dot update, and we'll pass c. So this is it. So if the categories is updated successfully, then the value of success will be true, else it will be false. So let's check out. If success is equal to true, category updated successfully, else failed to update category. Let's add the message box to yummy a message box dot show category updated successfully, and we need to clear the text boxes when the updated is successfully. So I'll just call the method clear, and I will display message box for error also. Message box dot show failed to update category. And what we need to do here is we need to refresh data grid view. For this we'll need to create data table. dt is equals to dal dot select, and we need to give the data source to our data category data grid view dot data source is equals to dt. So this will refresh the data grid view, this will clear the text boxes, and this will be the message for success, and this will be the message for error. So this is it, guys. Let's save it by pressing Ctrl and S, and let's run the application if it works perfectly or not. I'll start and admin and admin login successful, and category I'll just first in order to update the category we need to select the category which we want to update by clicking on row header. So I selected number 3. So I'll change its properties from clothes to utensils, that is all the cooking pots. So I'll change the description to all the cooking pots, and we cannot change the value of our category ID. It is read only properties. So let's click on update. I converted clothes into utensils and all the products related to clothes to all the cooking pots. So I'll just press on update button. So category updated successfully. Let's click on OK. When I click on OK, all of these fields should be empty and clothes should be changed into utensils, and all the products related to clothes should be changed into all the cooking pots. Let's click on OK. So these text boxes are empty and clothes changed into utensils, and the description also changed. So this is it. We have successfully added functionality to update our category. Now the last functionality will be the functionality to delete the category which we want to delete. So let's add that functionality. I'll just close this, close and close. Let's minimize this. I'll just stop the application first, and I'll also minimize this. Let's go to the form categories, and let's click on delete button, double click on delete button to create an button delete click event. So I'll just double click on it. So here we have a button click event. First of all, we need to get the ID of the category which we want to delete. So for this, in order to delete the category, we only need a category ID. So I'll just get the category ID. We'll use the categories BRL. So c dot id is equals to txt category id dot text, and we need to convert it to integer, since the value from text boxes are in string data type. So int dot parse parenthesis open and at last parenthesis close, and we don't need this parenthesis. So this is it. We have an ID of the category which we want to delete. Now creating boolean variable to delete the category. So for this, bool success is equals to dal dot delete, and we'll pass id by giving c only. So this should delete the category which we want to delete. So if the category is deleted successfully, then the value of will be true, else it will be false. So let's check it out. If success is equals to true, category deleted successfully, else failed to delete category. Let's add message box. So message box dot show category deleted successfully, and we need to clear the text boxes. So I'll call clear method, and last one is refreshing data grid view. For this, we need to create data table is equals to dl dot select, and the last one is dgv categories dot data source is equals to dt. So this will refresh the data grid view, and let's add message for failed to dot show is equals to failed to delete category. So this is it guys. We have successfully added a delete functionality to. Let's press Ctrl and S to save, and let's start our application and check it out. So admin, and user type is admin, and login successful. Let's go to category and let's delete one of the ID. I'll just click the number 3. I selected the number 3, and I'll just click on delete button. If the category is deleted successfully, then these text boxes should be empty, and it should be removed from the data grid view as well. So I'll just click on delete button. So category deleted successfully. Let's press OK. So the text boxes is empty, and our data grid view are displayed successfully, and number 3 is gone. So this is it guys. We have successfully added our functionality to add new category, update and delete existing category. So in the next video, we will add a functionality to search our category by typing keywords in our search text box. So thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, then don't forget to like and share on social networking site. If you want to see more videos like this, then don't forget to subscribe and click on bell icon, so you will get notified when I upload new videos. So see you soon. Bye bye.